Sergeant at Arms,
Yes, ma'am.
let us start the meeting now.
Yeah, sure. Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. Wishing an auspicious day to everyone. Myself, Regina Ismail, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Warm welcome to all our comprised meeting session, which includes Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club, meeting number 40, 80th St. Paul's Toastmasters Club, 138 Indian Academic Toastmasters Club, and Awesome and Innovative Minds Toastmasters Club, meeting number 316. As we know that today we have a great theme, that is gratitude is attitude. Yes, of course, gratitude which leads to a better attitude. I have a gratitude to our distinguished Toastmaster Raja sir, who invited me to this Indian Academic Toastmasters Club. So I can definitely tell you that it's my fluke to the entry to our vibrant Toastmasters world. Before starts our meeting, before starts my meeting, I would like to mention some ground rules which we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. Please turn off your mobile phones or put them silent mode. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Please don't cross talk. Please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. And those who are participating online, please use the chat function to provide feedback to speakers directly and encourage them. Please don't put any general message on chat as this may distract viewers and speakers. Kindly do not click on share screen unless your speech or roles requires you to do so. Please share screen after informing that you are sharing with your permission of the chair. You can choose and display from reactions, hi-fi or namaste or applause when a speaker joins or leaves. If you're a speaker, then please ensure you pin the timer or confirm that the timer screen is visible for you. You can resume networking after the meeting. Everybody has a mission to achieve the goals in their life. Likewise, our Toastmasters Club has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, it's my pleasure to officially call the meeting to order and hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmasters Girish Mittal. He is the president of Eloquent Elites Toastmasters Club. He is the CEO of Quantum Leap Computing Private Limited. He firmly believes that Toastmasters help in achieving quantum leap in leadership skills. He is a Rotarian who serves the community with greater dedication. He is a very fond of taking up and implementing construction projects in schools for unprivileged children. He is a marathon runner, and just 2 days back, he completed Adani Marathon 2022 at Ahmedabad. Hats off you, sir. So I would like to invite our presiding officer, Toastmaster Girish Mittal. Over to you, sir.
I'm audible and visible, right?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Sergeant at Arms Toastmasters Regina Ismail. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I express my gratitude for that. I call this meeting to order. Friends, a very warm welcome to fellow Toastmasters and a most welcome to the guests to this unique hybrid joint meeting of 4 Toastmasters Club. Eloquent Elite Toastmasters Club from India, St. Paul's Toastmasters Club, Bahrain, Indian Academy Toastmasters Club, Bahrain, and AIM Toastmasters Club, Bahrain. And what a wonderful technology that everybody sitting in different parts of the world is still together, offline, online. I'm in Mumbai, Girja is in Chicago. Many of you are in Bahrain, and our timer Dinesh ji has joined from Kuwait. It's wonderful to see this hybrid meeting. Special welcome and gratitude to Ghost Toastmaster Mohammed from BTPT Toastmasters for graciously taking up the role of General Evaluator, and to Toastmaster Dinesh Pal from ASSP from Kuwait Toastmasters from doing the pivotal role of timer today. Our VP Education, Toastmaster Girja Deshpande, can you please confirm if the agenda is up to date and can we pass it without any corrections?
Absolutely. It is okay.
Can I request somebody to propose and second it?
I propose that we can pass the agenda. I request somebody else to second it, please, quickly.
I'm the second out of the agenda.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I am very happy to introduce Toastmasters of the day. In this hybrid meeting, we have two Toastmasters of the day. Please welcome the in-person Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Renosh Kurian Thomas. He has more than 2 decades of telecom and IT experience in India as well as in Middle East. A creative thinker, he loves organizing programs for children and teens. And he is a Toastmaster since 2019. Co-founder and currently VP Education of St. Paul's Toastmasters Club and counselor of St. Paul's, Gavel's coach of Indian Academy Toastmasters Club. The online Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Girija Deshpande, VP Education of Eloquent Elite Toastmasters Club and President of All Elites Advanced Toastmasters Club. She is a blogger, writer, leadership coach, soft skills trainer, HR consultant, and a Rotarian. She is founder of Eloquent Elite Toastmasters, the first Rotary Toastmaster collaboration club in India and 5th in the world. She is at present hosting a YouTube show, Freedom from Addiction series, and has completed 9 episodes. This is aired every Saturday, and they are getting amazing response. I hand over the floor to Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Renosh Thomas. Please welcome it with a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, Toastmaster Girish, and once again, good evening to all of you. Good evening. There's some who I have to say good morning to, good afternoon to, and good evening to, because we are global. And that's why today's theme as well is a global theme, gratitude. Well, coming to my role today, we have got, as the presiding officer said, 2 TMODs today to entertain all of you, to take you through a roller coaster ride of gratitude. National Gratitude Month is November. No. And it is time to show some gratitude to all of us, to each other. Why? Because it gives a new meaning to life. And research states that people who show gratitude live longer, stay happier, and stay healthier. Now, gratitude is the simplest way to exchange one's perspective of the world. And the National Gratitude Month was an initiative by Stacey Gravwal, who had a thought process and initiative to have gratitude as an ingredient in everyone's life. And it shifts the focus from a negative aspect to a positive energy. Of course, we know the world that we live in is not the cozy world, but yet it shifts a focus from a negative aspect to a positive outcome. Gratitude has shown to prove a positive impact on the psychological, physical, as well as personal well-being of an organization or of a person. Now, practicing gratitude is different from actually doing what it means. It reflects an effective way to deal with the life's chaotic, stressful, and tense moment. And you know, grateful people tend to sleep better, stay healthier as well, less stress hormones, eat healthier, of course. Now, do you know this month where Toastmaster Girija is specifically, there is something special that happens in the Western world and in fact even globally. This month is a Thanksgiving, absolutely. Thank you very much. It's a Thanksgiving day or Thanksgiving month in November. So in this meeting, it is something that we want to share with each and every one of us. Gratitude. And let that be the right attitude. So in this meeting, we're having a slight twist. Role players that we, the Toastmasters of the day, are going to call upon, will think about one person in his or her life whom he or she would like to be grateful to or thankful. The role players, as well as those who are going to participate online as well as offline, think of that person. When we call you on stage, we'll ask you that one person. It could be the doorkeeper, it could be the watchman, it could be the cleaner, anyone. And let us be grateful to that person. Now, the meeting structure is divided into 3 sections. The first, we have the prepared speeches. The second session, we have the table talk. It's a very interesting, curious session. And last but not the least, we have the evaluation session. That's how the meeting is divided. Before I go into calling the role plays, because that's not my role, I would like to call upon my co-Toastmaster of the day, who is joining us online from Chicago. But before she comes online, I want to ask her, who is that one person that you would like to share gratitude to? And then I give the control to you.
Thank you. Very often we don't express gratitude to the very person who's very close to us. We feel it all the time, but we don't express it. So I want to express my gratitude to my husband, Deepak Deshpande. At the age of 29, I was divorced and I had 2 children, and that was 34 years back. That was a very different world. I was made to feel worthless, that I'm no good, and everybody was asking too many questions. At that time, he came into my life. He was my colleague. He found me worthy of loving. He made me believe that I am. And today, he stands tall with me as my husband after 27 years of marriage. Thank you, Deepak, with all my heart. And thank you. I thank God for bringing you into my life. And I pray for your health and happiness. Thank you. Over to you, Renash.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Day, Toastmaster Girija. Now to introduce the role players, I'll have to call you back on stage. So give the round of applause to invite the next Toastmaster Day, Toastmaster Girija.
Thank you, Renash. That was a superb opening about gratitude. Yes. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates hope and vision for tomorrow. So here is a story that stirs our soul. Mrs. Catherine, a primary teacher in a school that catered to the have-nots and underprivileged in the society, told her first graders to draw a picture of something for which they were thankful. All the small children were sitting and drawing the pictures. She was sad as she thought of these children who lived in very poor circumstances. And she thought, oh, they actually have very little to be thankful for. She said, no need to write your name below the drawing. I don't want to know who did it. At the end of the class, she asked the children to go and pin up the pictures that she had drawn on the soft board behind the classroom. After recess, when she came back, she saw the pictures. The pictures were that of a foot plate, tree, thumbs up, lace chips, cupcake, fan, dress, shoes, balloons. But she was surprised to see one picture that stood out. What was it? This will be continued later. We'll move to the next session. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Mohammad Vikaruddin, our general evaluator for the day. Area 37 Director, Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club President and ACME Toastmasters Vice President Education. He is IT Professional Cloud Solution Architect. His Toastmasters journey began with the simple desire to better communicator and a leader on 1st January 2020, mind you, just 2 years. And he has been Vice President of Education, Public Relations, Area 3 Council Assistants, Club Growth Director, Director PQD, Quality Marketing, Head of Marketing, Club Growth Director, Assistant PQD, Area 37 Public Relations Manager, Head of IT District 20 Annual Conference 21-22. Wow. I must say, how you found time to breathe is a miracle for me. So thank you so much, and thank God for this master of all the roles for Toastmasters today. I invite him to explain his role as general evaluator. And after that, please share your gratitude note to someone who made a difference to your life. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohammed Vikaruddin.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies or Toastmaster of the Day, and Mr. President and all President. I don't know here, you can see, and all respected EXCOM members and the member of the 3 clubs. Thank you for such a warm and wonderful introduction. Most of the time, when I'm giving my introduction, none of them are explaining, and you explain very well. Thank you for that. So maybe I'm general evaluator, that's why you make more introduction of that. And today my role as a general evaluator, I want to observe the meeting and give the recommendation as per the agenda. All the things is followed in our Toastmasters meeting. We come here to learn and communicate and leadership. So this I'm already giving my observation. So I hope this meeting I hear too many times. I am trying to join that. And finally, I got the opportunity as a general evaluator. So lot of learning, and I want to keep this meeting flow as usual. Our Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Rinosh. So many times we met as a virtual. First time I met him as in person. I hope this meeting will go as usual, an excellent flow and lots of learning for all the members. And that's it from my side. And back to you, our vibrant Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Grammar
For
is to language.
Toastmaster Girija,
Yes.
our GE would like to share gratitude to
Yes,
one
yes,
person.
yes. I was about to ask. Yes.
gratitude, I can say from my side, Almighty, because my parents all the time helps me to go further, and did not give pressurize to me, and they leave me, okay, wherever you are doing the best and do the best. So this is my gratitude to attitude, and thank you, and back to our master of ceremonies. Thank you.
Thank you, Rinosh. Thank you, Toastmaster Vikaruddin. It is indeed very heartening whenever we think of our parents, isn't it? Now we're moving on. Grammar is language, what beams are to building. Without beams, the building collapses. So the grammarian of the day is Toastmaster Safa Fatima from Indian Academy Toastmasters Club. Born and brought up in Bahrain as an NRI and proud to be a Malayali. She enjoys helping others, loves to thrive in harmonious environment, something that puts her off her conflicts and constant change, but nevertheless, she loves challenges. So Toastmaster Fatima Safa, please explain your role and also introduce the word of the day and express your gratitude note. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Safa.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for introducing me to each one of you. There is a problem with the video, so if it's switched off, that's fine with you all.
If there is a problem, we can't help it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So when I was glad about hearing about today's theme, because just a few days back, like maybe a week ago, I was like thinking how confidently I was coming to Toastmasters, and lovingly, and the way that there's a kind of a friendly and positive environment to this. And we are able to grow as leaders and communicators. And that's only because of our mentors. And this has been with me even before the theme had been there. I was like thinking I need to show my gratitude some way to the mentors who are here. So Toastmaster Rajamanikam, Toastmaster Renosh, and also my side, supporters, Toastmaster Rusby. I would like to show my gratitude. Thank you for being with me. And also, let's move on to the grammarian script. Toastmasters, president, and guests, each one of you present today. One benefit of Toastmasters is that it helps people improve your grammar. The first step to become an effective speaker is to learn from one's mistakes. So my duty as a grammarian is to make our community, our joint meeting, Toastmasters who have joined, aware of the grammatical mistakes that they make without their knowledge. Throughout the meeting, I will listen to everyone and write down any awkward use or misuse of language, incomplete sentences, and also outstanding words, quotes, and sayings. Also, for today's meeting, the word of the day is fluke, F-L-U-K-E, and it means something good that happens just by chance. An example of using this is, it was just a fluke that you won. You won't be so lucky next time. So everyone is encouraged to use the word of the day, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Girija.
Thank you, Toastmaster Safa. I must say that the people who come into our lives, the good people who come into our lives, are not there by fluke. They're meant to be there, and we acknowledge them with gratitude. That is why they continue to be good people. So that is wonderful word for the day also. Now, we move on to the next role, that is our counter. Our counter helps us how to know the unconscious pillars that spoil the smooth flow of our communication. Today, we have Toastmaster P.K. Parashar from awesome, innovative minds, Toastmasters Club, and he's working as an instruments engineer in Bahrain Petroleum Company for the last 15 years. He has been working, and he's a father of 2 children. I welcome Toastmaster Parashar to please explain your role. Over to you, Toastmaster Parashar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Girija. Greetings, Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of I say good evening, good morning, so greetings is okay.
Yes.
My role today as a Toastmaster for the counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a touch or pause filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also for filler sounds, including the and array. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means, this. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Back to the master of Sharon.
Thank you. You know, whenever we speak to people and whenever we are in touch with people, very often we suddenly feel a sense of gratitude. We don't even say, whom shall I thank today? It just escapes. So who is the person who you want to thank today, Parashar sir?
In life, we gratitude, so many people comes across our life, and it will be injustified if I do the only to one, but at least I do the for the two. It is always I do. One is the invisible power which allows me to take the breathe and keep me healthy. That the supreme power. And second, I don't forget to gratitude to my wife, who never forget to take care of me. Without she's working for me 24 hours into 7 days. Always don't forget to prepare the tasty foods. When I reach at home, it is ready. So this gratitude goes to my wife as well as to Supreme Power.
It is indeed very interesting that you put 2 supreme powers together. So here we have our online and offline timers. A timer helps us develop mindfulness in every situation, a most important leadership trait. Whenever we do, what is the time? So Offline timer today is Vishal Chaudhary. He's in Bahrain for the last 2 years. He's assistant manager of Navitas Electricals. He enjoys playing cards and watching movies, both of which can just as take us off our time zones. And he's here minding the time here. And then we have the online timer, who is Dinesh Kumar Pal, professional safety officer from American Society of Safety Professional, a non-profit organization that serves with the mission to protect people serving in industries. He has served as BP Education President, Area Director, and currently he is serving as President and Treasurer in 2 clubs. He joined Toastmasters in the year 2018. So I request Toastmaster Vishal Chaudhary to explain the timing guidelines and demonstrate the cards, while the timer Dinesh Palji also will display the virtual background. At the same time, we can see both. Thank you so much. Over to both of you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and respected guests. Today, my duty as a timer is to time the table topics, speaker, prepared speech, and evaluation. For the table topics, for the 1 minute, I will show you the green card. It takes more than 1 minute, 30 seconds. I will show you the yellow. For 2 minutes, I will show you the red card. For the prepared speeches, timing is 5 minutes. For the 5 minutes, I will show you the green card. For 6 minutes, I will show you the red card and the
Yellow card.
yellow card. For 7 minutes, I will show you the red card.
Very good.
For evaluation, 2 minutes.
Yes.
For first evaluation is 2 minutes, I will show you the green card. For 2 minutes 30 second evaluation, I will show you the yellow card. For 3 minutes, I will show you the red card.
Wonderful. So, regarding our counter, there is a different timing, right? For our counter, it is 2 minutes. For other evaluators, it is 3 minutes. And timer also it is there, right? Below. For the R counter, we have 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, and 2 minutes.
You mean table topics?
No. R counter at the end. R counter, timer, and evaluate.
Okay.
At the evaluation section. So since he was supposed to explaining the timing for all the sessions, that is why I'm just explaining. He explained the timing for table topics, the prepared speeches, and evaluators. But the auxiliary role players, we have got our counter and grammarian. Grammarian gets 3 minutes. So 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and 3 minutes will be the timing. And our counter will be 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, and 2 minutes. I hope I made myself clear. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. Vishal, would you like to please share your thank you, the feeling of thank you that comes out today from your heart? Please. Over to you, Vishal.
By Om Swami, when you are grateful, an invisible blanket of your peace cover. It makes you grow, it makes you happy, strong, warm. Gratitude puts mind at ease about everything around.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. What about you, Toastmaster Dinesh? Can you please share your note of gratitude?
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day, Girja Deshpande and Toastmasters Renos Thomas. I will go with the video off because I have to change the timing setup then. Please accept my apology for that.
No problem.
Gratitude, which jingles with attitude and comes from the Latin word gratus, which means thankful, pleasing. So when you feel gratitude, you are pleased by that what someone did for you and also pleased by the result. Unlike indebtedness, you are not worried about having to pay it back. As many speakers in previous shared gratitude for their family member, I am not differ from that. Since my birth till today and the meeting, I have many people whom I have to say gratitude, but that is not possible to describe about all. since we are in the meeting today in the Toastmasters, so I keep my gratitude at the top only to my mentor DTM Kajetan. Other than you all are having the right to say me gratitude to all of you that you invited me in this meeting, and I can say gratitude to all of you. Thank you very much, and over to you.
Thank you, Dinesh. You're always a personification of humility. Thank you so much for that. We have a lot to learn from you. Before I hand over the floor to my co-Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Enosh Thomas, I just want to know from him, whom does he specially feel thankful to you today? Toastmaster Enosh, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Girija. So in fact, again, the power of two comes up here. One is, of course, the supernatural being that is the Lord Almighty for giving us, this gift of life, which we all take it for granted. That's, of course, the number one that I will always put on the list. Number two is we have gone through a season of 2.5 years of pandemic, of COVID, when the front force, the nurses and the doctors, the paramedics, the people in the medical field, is something that we have not said a two-letter word. That's thank you to them. So I would like to take this moment to share gratitude to those medical fraternity, the nurses, the doctors, be it whoever is in the front line, who have stood at that very troublesome period, and that's the reason why we are here standing today in Toastmasters on this gratitude month. So that is the two that I would specify.
Thank you. Wonderfully said. All of us owe our thanks to them. Distinguished Toastmaster Enosh, before I hand over the session to you, I must say we are all very thankful to you for all the three clubs for accepting us today in the meeting. It is a beautiful experience, and thank you for including us. And over to you now to conduct the prepared speech session.
Thank you so much.
So before Renosh, you start, can I request you to come and the speakers to come closer to the mic? As you go a little further, the audio quality becomes feeble.
Sure. Okay. Thank you so much, presiding officer. So curious to know what was the rest of the story that Toastmaster Girija was talking about, that the children put a lot of paintings on the wall. And there was one that took Miss Catherine's attention by surprise. And that was a picture of a hand. And she was wondering, what does this mean? Whose hand could it be? One of them said, I think this could be the hand of God, who protects us or who gives us food, said one student. Another student said it could be a farmer's hand, because the farmer cultivates the crops, grow rice and wheat. Someone said it could be the hand of a policeman because they protect us. Another said it could be a doctor. Another said it could be a nurse too. And this continued. It captivated the attention of the teacher and students. But Catherine was burning with curiosity. Are you all curious to know what it was? Hold on. We will continue this in the next session. So I'll take you on to the next curious journey, which is the prepared speeches. And today we have got three wonderful speakers and evaluators. When I saw their title, I am curious and I am captivated to see what they have got to say. So our first speaker for today is Toastmaster Jitin Deepu, who has finished his pre-degree and had a small gap before joining college. So he decided to join Toastmasters to improve communication skills and to get rid of public speaking fear. What an inspiring example. His icebreaker speech is evaluated by Toastmaster Regina Ismail, who is there online. Can I request Toastmaster Regina Ismail to read out his speech objectives and timings, please.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening once again. Today, I will be the evaluator of Toastmaster Jitin Tipu. He's doing level 1, project 1 on the topic, Where is your medicine? The purpose of this project is to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Timer, please note the timing, 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Jitin Deepu. Over to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster Regina. Now we move on to the first prepared speech, Toastmaster Jitin Deepu. Title, Where is your medicine? Where is your medicine? Toastmaster Jitin Deepu. Greetings, Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmasters, sorry for interruption. Just hold speaker, please. Sorry for apology. Evaluator told the 5 to 7 minutes. I think it is 4 to 6 minute speech.
Correct. There's a correction.
Girija, you are muted.
The icebreaker
Okay,
is
okay.
4 to 6 minutes. The reason to this thing also has mentioned. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your correction. Thank you, sir.
Greetings, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Jitin Deepu. I am 18 years old. I have finished my 12th standard and got admission in college in New Zealand for nursing. Most of the men choose to be an IT professional, engineer, or an accountant. But I choose to be a nurse to reach out to people and help out the people. My hobby is to play football. And my father's name is Devu. He's working as a general manager with the Deputy Prime Minister of Bahrain. And my mother's name is Jenny. She is working as a nurse in the BDF hospital at the cardiac center. And she's the one who motivated me to become a nurse. My brother's name is Darren. He's in New Zealand. He just came 2 weeks before to Bahrain for a visit. He just finished his degree in business with finance, and his results came out 2 days ago. And we are very happy that he passed and he got a degree in business with finance. He's the one who motivated me to come to New Zealand with him. My sister's name is Amelia, and she is in 11th standard in the New Indian School. But that's all about my family. Like you all, I don't have much life experience. As I have not started to face all the difficulties of my life. The only difficulties which I have faced is like any other student in exam. But there are some incidents in our life which we can talk at a stretch. I would like to share a few incidents with you all. Have you anyone faced any illness? I'm sure all of you might have. It might be a fever, a cough, anything. But what if it is not for a day, a week, a month, or a year, but for several years? Will you lose hope? Well, I have encountered one. From my childhood, I was suffering from food allergy. The doctors were trying to find out what were the foods which were causing me allergy. At the age of 7, the doctors recommended my parents to send my blood to Germany to identify which were the foods which were causing me allergy. So my parents spent a lot of money and sent my blood to Germany to a laboratory where my blood was tested with lots of food. And the result was a huge pile of A4 size paper, out of which some of the foods even I didn't know. The essential foods which all used to consume and I couldn't were wheat, milk, and egg, which I think was very essential for a person. I was all shorter than my friends. I think it is because of the lack of this rich food. I had to lift my head up to see my friends and talk to my friends and all. During the time of Corona, I started to grow. I became almost the height of my friends, but still shorter than them. Last year, I went to my parish priest who had studied a course on how to cure allergies, phobias through an imagination process. He had some free time because the church were closed and all, so he decided to study that course. I unfortunately had forgot the name of that course,
but it is an imaginative process through which we can cure phobias and allergies. So last year I went to him and he helped me to cure my allergy. He cured one food at a time, and so not all foods have been cured. The essential foods like wheat, milk, egg, and watermelon, orange, like that. There's a long list. So now I'm almost cured. The other incident is the reason why I joined Toastmasters. I was a very shy boy in my class. My parents, I had only two friends whom I used to speak openly. My parents, whenever they used to come for my parents' meeting, the complaint they used to get was always the same. This boy doesn't open his mouth. I remember my father asking me one time at 8th standard, can I get a different complaint? I'm bored to come to your parent-teacher meeting, always hearing the same complaint. Luckily, in class 10, 11th and 12th, I didn't get the complaint as Corona saved me, as all the year we were online. All were muted. Whenever teacher asks questions, students doesn't respond. I'm sure a teacher can understand that. Ladies and gentlemen, we run behind medicine for cure, but at times our mind is the powerful medicine which we can have. I remember one of my uncles saying to me during my illness, make your mind full of positive thoughts because that can help us cure us. Ladies and gentlemen, I used my medicine to break my icebreaker speech. Use your medicine, power of mind. It's a powerful medicine. Thank you. Over to you.
Before Toastmaster Jitin leaves, can we give a standing ovation? This is first, this is icebreaker speech. A big round of applause to Toastmaster Jitin. Before you leave, you can say a word of gratitude to any one person. Please, you can sit down.
There are many people in my life whom I would like to say thanks. It might be my parents, my teachers. But today I would like to thank you all for listening to me, suffering for me for around 5 to 6 minutes. And the other person, a special thanks to my mentor, DTM Renault sir, who guided me to prepare for this speech and set me all things and guidelines, tips and all. I remember on a meeting, one-to-one meeting, he explained to me about the site of the Toastmasters. It was around 2 hours meeting. I was tired, but he was not tired. I especially thank you for everything.
Thank you so much. Wow. I think that was inspiring words and inspiring message and speech that you've given to us. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster of the day, Toastmasters Rinosh.
Yes.
I request a physical timer, Toastmaster Bisal, please don't put down your color card when the speaker is giving a speech. When you reach minimum, middle, and maximum time, cards should be raised, not to keep just so and keep down. Thank you.
Thank you.
So he means to say that once you show the green card should be kept like this until it is time to lift the yellow card. Put the green
Yes.
card down, take the yellow card and keep holding it until it is time to move on to the red card. And the red card is on until he completes the speech. That's what he's saying, right?
Yes, very right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Moving to the next curious speech. Our second speaker is Toastmaster Nasha Sosan. She is joining us online. She is studying in BCom in Indian Academy. Her hobbies are singing and her ambition is to become a lawyer. Wow. Her speech evaluator is Toastmaster Sharon and Matthew. Can I request Toastmaster Sharon to read out her speech objectives?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Rinosh, and to be virtually present, Toastmaster today. My speaker is attempting level 1, project 2. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective and respectful speech. I wish my speaker, Toastmaster Nasha, all the very best for the speech, and timer, please note, the speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharon. Now let me call upon our second speaker, Toastmaster Nasha Sosan. Biryani Travels. Biryani Travels, Toastmaster Nasha Sosan.
Thank you, TMOD. Before I start, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Everyone, I would like to thank everyone, but first I would like to thank my parents for bringing me to this wonderful world and supporting me each and every time whenever I am low or down, and helps me to overcome whatever I face, whatever situation I am. They just support me. They would be like, "Don't worry, you can do it." So I would like to give a big thank. I would give a big thank you to them, and I would like to thank each and every member of Toastmasters for giving me this opportunity. And they were like, you will do, come on. I never had confidence in me, but they had confidence in me, saying that you can do it, you can prove it. Thank you for that. And yeah, thank you everyone. Over to you.
A big round of applause to Toastmaster Nasha. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is going to entertain us with a very interesting speech. Toastmaster Manasvi Kumar. He is from Uttar Pradesh. He is in Bahrain for the last 7 years. He is an engineering graduate, have been working as a manager in a chemical manufacturing plant, and a father of three-year-old handsome boy. He likes watching movies, exploring new places, playing basketball, and meeting new people, and very keen to learn new skills of communication and leadership. His speech evaluator is Toastmaster Girish Mittal. Can I call Toastmaster Girish to read out his speech objectives, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Renosh. My speaker today is attempting his level 1 project 2, and the title of the speech is Explore the Leader Within. The purpose of the speech is to identify the quality which a person must have to have who had a leadership position. So he's going to talk about a leadership skills, and I'm very keen to hear his speech. His speech would be 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Manasvi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Girish. Help me welcome Toastmaster Manasvi Kumar. Explore the leader within you. Explore the leader within you, Toastmaster Manasvi.
First of all, greetings to all the distinguished Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the Day, and all of our guests. Myself, Manasvi, I am here to give a speech on topic, Explore the Leader Within You. It starts with a question, leader. Who is a leader? Is he someone who is top on the hierarchy? Or is he someone who makes you follow his orders? Or is he the great ruler? I think all of these three must be said, no, this is not a leader. The leader is a person who has a very distinctive skill that we commonly known as a leadership. The leadership is a thing which I think that it cannot be learned. It can be only earned. And the way of earning might be distinctive and has a various steps coming in the life. Before you are a leader, all the success and growth is about yourself. Once you become a leader, the growth and success is for others who are in your team. In our lifetime, we have seen many leaders. For example, in business segment, if we go, it's Mr. Bill Clinton, Mr. Ratan Tata, Elon Musk. In politics, if we see nowadays, it is Joe Biden, Narendra Modi, Emmanuel Macron. And if you go for a social cause, we all know very well Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela. Do we know that all of these leaders have some basic and very common qualities? Those qualities are humility, they have a social awareness, and they respect always their subordinates. They used to listen to everyone, and then they are making the decisions which should be good for the society and for the organization wherever they are working. Today here I am here to talk about the, out of many qualities, let's talk about the 5 first qualities the leader must have. One of them, the first one, is the self-awareness. A leader must be self-aware and have an intimate knowledge of his weakness and his strength. Just only having a knowledge of the weakness and strength doesn't make you a good leader. The thing is that you should have accept those weakness and strength and excel by time. The next quality I would like to put light on is the social awareness. The social awareness is very important. The leader must know the social boundary of the society he is working with. If he had the knowledge of the traits of their day-to-day methods, then he only can aware them or make them understand if he wants them to do something new, or make them aware to what are the new development of the another society is going on. With this, the third quality comes is ability to motivate. It is slightly interlinked with the second quality. When the leader understands the society, then only he can motivate it. If he knows their needs, then only he can help them. And the leader should be a one who doesn't ask people to what to do. Instead, the people should get his idea and his motive of to help. In short, we say it as help me, help you. The fourth quality I would say is the vision. The leader must have a greater goal. Okay. The leader is the one who can translate the vision into the reality. The goal might be small or might be a big, but the main purpose of the goal should be empower each and every person in this team. And when he finalizes a goal, if he finalizes a vision, then he should start working towards it with the full responsibility and the courage. And with this courage word, the final
Speaker are muted.
We are not able to hear.
am I audible now?
Yeah.
He needs 15 minutes of.
Okay, so the courage. So the courage is the one which takes a leader to be on the to empower its people, to change the society, to change the perspective of our organization and lead it to the height. Okay. Now, with all these 5 qualities, I remember a story. It's a story of a great leader, which we all know in our time, and he did something which might be impossible for many other leaders. The name is Ratan Tata. Mr. Ratan Tata started a new segment of his Tata group, that is Tata Motors. It was started in 1990 somewhere, and he was struggling a lot. There was a period of time when in 1998 he finalized, let's sell this segment. We cannot continue in it. And he get an opportunity to meet the another great leader of the same segment, Mr. Bill Ford, the owner of the Ford Automotives. They went to the New York for the meeting, and Mr. Bill Ford said that why you are into this business when you don't know how to run the automobile business? And I think we are doing a great favor to you taking over your organization. This statement disturbs Mr. Tata, and he cancels the deal. He came back with his team to Mumbai. On the way, he was thinking that his vision was to make the automobile segment of India, the automobile market of India, to a greater height. And then he started working toward it with the whole team. And after a decade, exactly in 2008, when the Great Recession struck us, he get an opportunity to meet Mr. Bill Ford again, but not for stake ownership, but to take the ownership of the Land Rover and the Jaguar segment of Ford, which was during a bankrupt of the Ford automobiles. And now today, the Tata Motors own the Jaguar and the Land Rover segment, and it is the most profitable segment of the Tata Motors. With this, we can see that how these 5 qualities he has used. Self-awareness, he was very much aware of the strength and weakness, what he is having. social awareness. He was very much knowing the market of the India, like what the people of India wants. That's why he introduced Tata Nano, Tata Indigo. Third is the vision. He stuck by his vision. Many failures comes and goes, but he stuck by his vision. The fourth is the ability to motivate the same team which was with him to sell the stakes, and now they are there with him, get a chance to purchase the stakes of the same company. And fifth is the courage. He never let go his vision or his goal to any failure. Thank you. This is my speech, and I hope you.
That was indeed insightful. Before you take leave, the one person that you would like to share gratitude.
Actually, I think the answer will be very common. Okay, because most of us are saying we are gratitude to the supreme power. Of course, I am gratitude to the supreme power as well. And together with that, actually, I am gratitude to my entire family. It's not only my mother or my father or my wife or my brother or my sister, it's the entire family, which travels through me till here. The 32 years, they have taken my tantrums, they have taken accepted me like I am, and I'm very much gratitude.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manasvi. Now I'll invite a timer, offline timer, Toastmaster Vishal, to share the time taken by the three speakers.
Timer Jitan Deepu takes 5 minutes 18 seconds. Timer TM Nashas take 5 minutes 57 seconds. TM Manasvi takes 6 minutes 44 seconds. In the meantime, the sound is muted and stop my stopwatch. That's why time is 6 minutes 44 seconds.
Thank you. We have all the three speakers are qualified for the poll. I request the host to kindly run the poll in the online for the participants there. And over here we have the ballots. You can mark the best speaker. We have got, as you can see on the screen, Toastmaster Jitin, Toastmaster Nasha, and Toastmaster Manasvi. You will have to, Toastmaster Girija, you will have to remove the co-host access from me.
Only for
Yeah, all co-hosts please remove.
You can remove the co-host access from me. All right, so while the polling is going on, it is now time to move to the next section of our meeting, which is the table topic session. And for this, we need to have a table topic master. And he is a 23-year-old hailing from India, recently moved to Bahrain as a mechanical engineer and currently working with Navitas Electricals as maintenance supervisor. Please help me welcome the table topics master, Toastmaster Akash Kokha. Over to you, Toastmaster Akash.
Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful introduction. And I'm beginning to think that now I have to change this recently came to Bahrain because it's in 2, 3 months now. All right. So yeah, table topics. Am I audible clearly? All right. Okay. Well, it was just a fluke that I got this chance to be the table topic master today because earlier it was planned something else, but here I am, today's table topic master. So I'm not going to waste too much time because there are a lot of people around here, so I want to give everyone a chance. All right, so the things we are going to do is very simple. Just to make it a little bit fun, I'm going to slightly not ask a question in between. So let's start. Okay. All right. The topics for today are obviously related to our topic, that is our theme, gratitude, attitude. Right? Gratitude. Sorry, everyone. Gratitude is the best attitude. All right. So we are going to talk around it only. So first, before that, I'm going to ask anyone voluntarily who will be our first speaker for the table topics. Just tell me what is your favorite day of the week. Anyone can volunteer. I believe this will be more. This camera is on for the. No, that one is more, I believe, clearer. Yes. So anyone can choose out of any 7 days. Yeah. And please don't go with the weekend. Just helping you out. The topics are a bit. Thursday. Thursday. Okay. So Thursday we have. For Thursday, let's check out the Thursday first. So what we yes, I didn't say anything before that. So for Thursday, let me see. Even I don't know what is in there in Thursday. Okay. So the question for you is, what's an aspect of your personality you're very grateful for? Should I repeat? Yes. What's an aspect of your personality that you are grateful for?
Thank you, Toastmaster of class. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, good evening and greetings to all. As for my personal aspects, I'm gratitude to whom is the good question. And as per my question now, as I'm working as an instrument engineer, this gratitude I will give purely 100% to my father. When I completed my 12th standard, I did not know about the technical things. My whole family is in clerk or in the banks. They all are in the banks, maximum. He was the only person, my father, who took me, who hold my hand and tell me, I will show you the different path. And he took me to the engineering college and he admitted me in the college. Initially, for 5 or 6 months, I was suffering because this was a little different, very different. But when I completed, and it was not easy to get the job, but my result came after my job. I joined the job, and after 1 month, I received my result from the college. And job also provided by my father, who was the really very close to the one of the chairman, who is the Kedarnath Modi. First time I started my job in the Modi phone. They were having the collaboration with the Roman House company. He hold my hand and met me directly to the chairman, and he told my son, he has did the engineering degree in instrumentation, we need the job. And he says, yes, tell me where is the job. My father told there's a new plant, and he said, okay, give the application. Just I wrote the application. Next day I was in the job. So my gratitude as per the presentation. So whatever I am, I could do because of my father. So he was a great. Although he's not here, but he may be listening me. I love him. Thank you.
Well said. So I believe now the game is a bit clear to everyone. All right. So next, now Thursday is gone. We have only 6 days left in this week now. So for the guests and the non-role players, I will like them to volunteer more. So which is your favorite day of the week? Yeah, we have over there. Yes, guest. TM Amnish. So please unmute.
It's already unmuted. It's already unmuted. So I'll try to choose Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep.
Great. See. Okay, for Saturday. All right. Okay, TM Amnish. Here's a question. As we are closing towards 2023, what happened in 2022 that you are grateful for? Please tell me if you are clear with the question, or shall I repeat myself?
You can repeat it.
Yeah. As we are closing towards 2023, what happened in 2022, that is this year, that you are very grateful for?
Thank you. Thank you, Table Topic Master. So this question is very insightful, and I can assure you there had been so many fluke moments that happened in my life that I'm very grateful at. First of all, I'm an avid fan of nocturnal venture, and I've got the privilege to go with a group that do nocturnal ventures in Mauritius. And I've been to so many mountains with that group in the last 6 months. And it was very, very, very beneficial for me because I love to be a nocturnal guy. I love to see the moon at night. And this gave me so much pleasure. Coming next, I'm an avid fan of bicycles. I love bike riding in the morning. And I've bought a bicycle this year, like in 2022, and I've been to so many far away villages in my country. I've visited Flak, which is very, very far from my place at Goodlands. So I've been so grateful to these moments. And also Fluke's moment happened, like someone telling me that we have such a group going to Le Pouce Mountain for a hiking. And it was just a fluke moment that happened in my life. So I'm very grateful for 2022, and 2023, I guess, will be the best because I'm very eager for new challenges. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, and best of luck for your 2023 travel endeavors. So, all right, let's move on. So now we have 5 days left. So, which will be your favorite day of the week out of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday? Or
can I choose Tuesday?
Of course you can. So Tuesday.
Yes.
All right, all right. Actually, I was not able to confirm who was it.
This is Vijay Lakshmi. Vijay Lakshmi.
All right, all right, all right, all right. All right.
I'm sorry, my video is off because of unavoidable circumstances.
All right, all right, all right. So you chose Tuesday. Let's see what we have for the Tuesday. All right, it's a easy one. Well, I believe all of these questions are easy. But yeah, what's one thoughtful thing that someone did for you recently? What's one thoughtful thing someone did for you recently?
Okay. There are many people whom I have to thank if I have to think about this. But the one which is in the the one which is in the top of my mind is from a 4-legged animal. That's my pet, Roger. And one of those days I was very low because one of my uncle passed away and he saw me crying. And I saw that my pet Roger came to me and literally embraced me, not to cry. It was very heartwarming to see a 4-legged animal understand humans so well and intuitively. I was really touched. That's a very thoughtful gesture and something which really me wonder that there is a God in every person, and I'm grateful to have such a good family, including a 4-legged animal as part of my family. That's a very thoughtful gesture, I thought, and never expected it from a 4-legged animal, even though we've raised him as like our own son. But very difficult to know that they have such kind of qualities. He literally embraced me and told me to stop crying. I was amazed and I felt very happy that I had somebody in this journey with me. Well, I had my family too, but it was really touching. So that's something which I really remember. Thank you so much to all the Toastmasters.
Okay, now the time is closing in, so this will be the last question for us today in the table topics. Okay, so now we have 4 days left. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. See, online, online people are volunteering way too much. I want someone from the offline over here. Okay. Of course. Monday, right? Yes. So let's see what we have in Monday. Okay. What's a hard lesson that you were grateful to learn? What's a very hard lesson that you are grateful that you learned in time, on time, before before the lights comes on and goes off?
Thank you, Mori. Table topic master. Well, I'm grateful to my tuition teacher who taught me math in 8th, 9th, and 10th. I know many of you are grateful to that person, whoever has taught you the difficult subject in school, and that one person would be that teacher. She, with great effort, made sure that I passed in the exam. And it was just by fluke that some of the exams that I cleared. So 8th and 9th were like preparatory for my 10th boards, like all of you know. But she took extra classes, extra effort, and of course, I was lazy too, to be frank. So extra beatings were also there, extra impositions. That I still have gratitude towards her. It's only because of her that I crossed 10 with flying colors, for me at least, that was flying colors. And the butterflies were, coming out from my parents' eyes also when they saw the marks. And the gratitude, I'm always grateful to her, wherever she is. I'm always grateful to her. To the teacher who taught me in school, yes, she gave her attention to me. I was always thrown out of the class. I was always an outstanding student there. I'm thankful to her also. To all my friends who tried to help me during the exams, I'm grateful to them also by showing me the papers, but half of them were wrong. So my final gratitude to the maths teacher who taught me outside the school, tuition, inside the school, my friends, and of course the teachers who finally corrected my papers. Did I miss anyone? Any of you guesses? Did I miss anyone? No. Of course, well, I didn't meet my wife that time, so she couldn't help me. And of course, finally, thank God, the Almighty who helped me. With all the effort I put and without His blessings, I wouldn't reach here. Over to you.
Thank you, Tim Matthew. All right. Now we are because we have a time constraint, so the days are over for this week. All right. Now we are going towards the end of the session, so I will like to have the time reports from our offline timer, Mr. Vishal. All right.
TM Parashar takes.
Please come here.
TM Parashar takes 2 minutes 10 seconds, and TM Matthew takes 1 minute 59 seconds, almost 2 minutes.
And for the online timings, I will like to call our timer, Mr. Dinesh, TM Dinesh.
Yes, guest Toastmasters Abnish, 1 minute 53 seconds. And Vijay Lakshmi, 1 minute 40 seconds. And the last table topic speaker, I couldn't listen the name, 1 minute 58 seconds. Please tell me the name.
Matthew George.
All are qualified.
Yes, so please, the order is Parashar, Avnish, Vijay Lakshmi, Matthew George. I have put on the poll, so please, yeah.
Girja, this poll has 6 speakers. I think we have had only 4,
Yeah, but
right?
whatever earlier was there. So first 4 polls, only first 4 you have to take. That's it.
Yeah, okay. Because people are
I know.
polling
So,
for 5th and 6th also.
right. So whatever the numbers that they're choosing out of the 4, that's it. They have left first one. Second, third, fourth, and fifth, they're choosing. I don't know why. Yeah.
Then sorry, I'll just interrupt here. To the online participants, please take the choice 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yes.
We have choice 2 as Toastmaster Parashar, choice 3 as Toastmaster Avnish, choice 3 as
Vijay Lakshmi.
and Toastmaster and choice 5 as Toastmaster Matthew. Then over here in the offline, we have already shared the ballots and the voting will continue. Over to you, the Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. I believe that we are closing the polls.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's it for the table topics today. And over to you, TMOD Girija Dinesh. All right. To TMOD Reynolds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Give a big round of applause to our table topic master. Master Akash. Wow, wonderful. Generosity is not just a fluke. It's a reflection of the heart. Now let me hand over the control to my co-Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Girija. Over to you.
Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Girija.
Yes.
Right.
Thank
Your
you so
video
much.
is switched off.
Okay. Is my video, am I on mute? Yes, no. Okay, my video is off. Okay. Right. They're clear? Yes. So it was a very novel approach, Toastmaster Akash. Who do you want to express your gratitude? Already we've covered. I want to hand over to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Mohammed Vikaruddin, who will conduct the evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster Vikaruddin.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Now, the energy, what we started, everybody gets tired. Let's keep some energy and give a huge round of applause for our two masters of ceremony. We keep continue because we are running only for 2-hour meeting. Now, I will not take much time as our time is moving, time is money, and everybody waiting for the session. Now, I would like to ask, as per agenda, because every meeting is having a segment or the agenda is different, but the main purpose for the Toastmasters meeting is to communicate and leadership. So this is the main purpose, but the agenda format is different. So every meeting is having different. So this meeting also different. Our meeting is different. And during online, I have seen all over the world because of the pandemic. And our TMOD asked me how you are managing. Because at home, we are not doing anything much. So I utilize that time in Toastmaster investment. So it will give the return on investment to me in my personal and professional life. Now move on. So I have the evaluator number 1. Regina, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And we need to spotlight our, yes. Okay, so Regina Ismail, student of Indian Academy, which is our DTM Raja Academy, live by quote, as she has mentioned. Later become never, do it now. Join Toastmaster to enhance public speaking skills. Everybody's motto the same thing and her motto the same. And we want to see how she can give motivate to speaker number 1. Over to you, the speech evaluator number 1.
Thank you, sir. Good evening once again. Especially Toastmaster Jitin Tipu. I particularly loved about your speech, especially the topic you have chosen. It was really a sentimental story through your childhood experiences and memories. Thank you so much for your topic selection. It was really a vivid topic. And I also liked about your advices which you have given to all, that is, fill your mind with positive thoughts. Yeah, of course. We can overcome most of our diseases by molding our mindset with a positive attitudes. And you did a great job on your icebreaker speech. And I'm so glad to hear that you utilize this wonderful occasion for expressing your gratitude towards your parents. Well done, brother. And anyway, we all enjoyed it. And you have maintained clarity, vocal variety, and audience awareness, eye contact throughout your speech. And I have a friendly suggestion that it would be if you maintain a effective body gestures, it could be more better. So please consider my suggestion as a friendly thing. And anyway, I enjoyed your speech and looking forward to future speech. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you so much.
Evaluator number 1, and you motivate the speaker. I hope he can take the positive feedback because you are starting just now your speeches. I hope upcoming speeches you will give more and inspiring the audience with the help of the great mentor. Now move on. Now we have speech number 2 for the evaluator. We have in person, and here we have some energy in our offline meeting. But online meeting, I request you to switch on your camera and give the same vibrancy. Now the evaluator number 2, Shirin and Matthew, aspirant with a thirst of knowledge and newfound happiness in painting. I love to have my painting, if you can make it, so I can make the frame on that. And without further ado, I request evaluator number 2 come over here and give the evaluation for Toastmaster Biryani. Nasha.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the wonderful introduction. First of all, I appreciate Toastmaster Nasha for taking such an entertaining topic and presenting it very well. Applause to that. He point out some things like I love about the speech. First of all, starting with the title, I'm sure it brought curiosity to all of us. Biryani travels. I was curious that how a food can travel. So I was eager to listen to the content of the speech. So very good title. I noticed that you had used prop. You had used the Starbucks bottle, which grabbed the attention of the audience. So very good use of the prop. Next, I would like to appreciate that you use humor in your speech. A very good usage of humor by using the food biryani as the content or as the title of the speech and creating humor from that, which brought smiles to our face and water in our mouth. So very good title and usage of humor. I would like to brief on some points that you could work on. In Toastmasters, it is always advisable to stand and deliver the speech. So I request that for the next speeches that you could stand and in the appropriate space available, maybe you could move around and use the space appropriately. Even if it is in the online platform, with the available space, you could maybe move a little. And you had very good hand gestures and facial expressions, of course. But to relate with the audience and to engage more with the audience, I would love you to stand and use the space. And in between this speech, I noticed that you were stuck in some places. So a speaker, a best speaker, they don't come by fluke. It's always about practice and preparation. So next time, maybe you could practice more with the usage of time. I noticed that the green card was only shown up when you ended your speech. Maybe you could use a little more time. To sum it up, the things that I loved about your speech, firstly the title, usage of prop, good humor, some points on which you could work on. stand up and present the speech, usage of stage, and more preparation and good usage of timing. So next time, if you could keep these points in mind, you can take your speech from being good to being great. And all the best for your future speeches to come. Thank you, and over to the general evaluators.
Thank you. Evaluator number 2, such a evaluation for a speaker to motivate and give other speeches in our project. Now move on. We have speaker number 3. And for that evaluation, we have a Girish Mittal. I know Mittal family only, they are a big entrepreneur in India. So maybe he is one of these. And currently he is a presiding officer, Toastmaster Girish Mittal. He is a eloquent elite Toastmasters Club, and he is the CEO of Quantum Leap Computers. And we are both are relevant. I am also IT professional, and our TMOD also IT professional. And he is the one thing he's achieved recently, which is marathon, and we are also planning marathon here. So some are similarity. So you can come and join in Bahrain as well as to run with you as a marathon. And all the best to you, and evaluate the speech number 3, and over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and thank you for those wonderful words. I would love to run with you in Bahrain also. Coming back to the speech evaluation, our speaker, my speaker, Manasvi Tomar, his speech title was Explore the Leader Within. Being a leadership practitioner myself, I was very intrigued with when I saw this topic. I was wondering what somebody who is on level 2 of his project, dynamic leadership, would have insights on the leadership. And he gave a very good speech. I am sure we all are very impressed with his speech. He started with the definition of leadership, who is leader, whether the leadership can be learned or somebody is born a leader. He gave examples of leaders right from Nelson Mandela to Bill Gates, from freedom fighters to people who have achieved good business. He gave 5 qualities of excellent leaders, being self-aware, social awareness, ability to motivate, vision, courage, so on and so forth. And he laced his speech with a speech of with the story of a great leader whom I also admire, Mr. Ratan Tata, and who has done wonders for the Tata Group. And he ended the story with the story of Tata's taking over Jaguar, Land Rover, and being these 2 products being the flagship of Tata Motors. So overall, his speech created an impact. But somewhere I felt that it did not do justice exactly to the title, Explore the Leader Within. When I saw the title, I expected him to, I thought he would speak about his leadership journey so far. And as he himself said, leaders are not those who have achieved some higher position. It is not that only Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or Mahatma Gandhi or Nelson Mandela leaders. We all are leaders in our respective sites. So my advice to him is, whenever you are giving a Toastmasters project speech, please lace it up with your own personal experiences. Also, I'm not very sure of the eye contact, but he could do little bit more with body language. He could use some more hand gestures, and also use some strategic pauses. To sum it up, excellent speech, add little bit tadka of your own personal experience, and little bit of more usage of body language. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Mr. President, and about to give him the recommendation. Now you have given the recommendation. I will give only the 3 speaker recommendation. The number 1 icebreaker speech, he is speaking about the family instead of family. You have to explain about you, what you are, and how you want to know your club to fulfill your ambition. So here the club will help you to achieve your goals. And speaker number two, if she can stand already, our evaluator mentioned, but I observed there was a screen reading is happening, so it can be avoided. That will be much better. So you have to speak with your mind how our speaker are doing here without any paper while using the speech. Speaker number two, I have seen there is a standing position should be straight, and our already mentioned the evaluator number three. While you are stand as a speaker, you have to stand straight and use the hand gestures appropriately. Already our evaluators mentioned. With that, I will go as per the agenda. We need to take the report from our OMS and accountant. We can say accountant. Over to Mr. Accountant, Toastmaster Vishal.
Toastmaster Muhammad, fellow Toastmasters and guests, once again, greetings to all. This AHA counter report, it is purely as per my observation, as per my experience, nothing is the personal. I will, whatever I have observed, I will tell you. What I observed, Toastmaster grease meter, I found the force are 2 ohm. Our general evaluator, Toastmaster Muhammad, 2 R, 1 ohm. 2 long show. To timer Vishal Chaudhary, 1 R, 2 ohm. Toastmaster Fatima, the grammarian, show 3 times. No, you know 2 times. Toastmaster Jitin Dipu, you were very good, only 1 time. So, Toastmaster Nasa, ohm 2. Toastmaster Sharon Matthew, 3 times off. Toastmaster Manasvi, 1 time okay. And should repeating the words. Toastmaster Akash, you were excellent, 7 times off. 5 times so, all right, 5 times. Okay, 3 times. This is your Toastmaster Bajanti, 3 times off. And Toastmaster Matthew, 1 time only well. Toastmaster Rajina Ismail, off and on 1 time. All were the very excellent. This was my experience. If anyone has observed over me, I would like to listen. Back to the general.
Thank you, Mr. Accountant, because as per agenda is mentioned Vishal, so that's why I call him as a Vishal Chaudhary. Okay. Yes, it's okay. So we will move on. Now our next role player, and most of the time, even I did not use. Now I will use fluke. That is the word of the day.
No, we did not use.
Okay, now I will ask our grammarian to give a report on fluke. Over to you.
Hello, am I audible again? Okay, I don't know what kind of a day this has been. So I had been traveling and I had reached here like just 2 or 3 hours ago, and I have been committed to this. And also I can see that it's not just a fluke. Toastmasters and guests alike have been using the word of the day, and that shows. Toastmaster Regina, Toastmaster Girija, Toastmaster Matthew, DTM Renosh, and even our guest, Toastmaster Avinish, has used it thrice. So that's an excellent report considering the word of the day. And coming to the outstanding words, Toastmaster Girija said a thought, and I really liked it. Grammar is like the building or the structure. And next, Toastmaster Dinesh says, has said about the origin of the word gratitude. Gratitude comes from the Latin word gratis, which means pleasing, thankful. Toastmaster Jitin, our speaker, has said an excellent use of a metaphor. I have used my medicine, but have you? I like that. And also lastly, Toastmaster Manasvi says that leadership is not just a title. Leaders can translate vision into reality. And also apologies if anyone else have used the word of the day and I couldn't note down. So yeah, over to you. Toastmaster, I mean, the evaluator.
Madam Grammarian, I was looking for detailed report and it's fine. We can save the time. Now move on. So now I use soap. Now timer will take Dinesh Kumar, our dedicated Toastmaster. We can say DTM for him. Yes. Now I am seeing him. Over to you, DTM.
Thank you, General Evaluator. First evaluator, Toastmasters Regina, 1 minute 58 seconds. Second evaluator, Toastmasters Serene and Matthew, 3 minutes. Next, Toastmaster Girish Mittal, 3 minutes. Next, our counter, PK Parasar, 1 minute 49 seconds. Next, our grammarian, 1 minute 21 seconds.
Everybody qualified.
Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. So everybody qualified. Thank you.
Thank you, our dedicated Toastmaster, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Pal, for your time and service giving for Toastmaster. And thank you. I would like to use your service as well in the later. Right now, are you in India or in Kuwait?
Let G start timer first me. When you start your G session, let me indicate.
Yeah, he knows. So one time when I went there in Kuwait as a general evaluator, I have taken overtime. Now I don't worry, we have here physical, so I will not exceed the time. And are you in India or here? Kuwait?
I'm in Kuwait.
Okay, good. Welcome back. Now we move on. As per the agenda, we need to evaluation section. Do we have poll?
Poll is afterwards. Now you give your
Evaluation.
Yes.
Afterwards? Okay. Thank you. And as I said, the meeting format in all Toastmasters, they have a different way. But at the main thing about communication and leadership, I did not see the banner here. We make our environment supportive and personal growth for each and every members. So this is our main motto. So this is how we are doing. And first of all the 3 club members from Eloquent Elites, St. Paul's, Indian Academy, Awesome and Innovative Minds, give a huge round of applause for all the 4. Such a nice meeting and lots of enthusiasm, and all we gather together and make this meeting successful. I am so happy the meeting how it goes, and this is how it should be. And I get lots of experience from how you organize and make this meeting memorable. And for me, I never forget, because this is my first meeting in St. Paul's after pandemic. So now TMOD, Dirija Deshpande and Toastmaster, one and only one our here IT expert, Kalam Telecom, DTM Rinosh, and make both of them an awesome job as a TMOD. Give a huge round of applause for both of us. We have to motivate each other, and they have done a fabulous job in Toastmasters. As our meeting planned, maybe from 15 days, 1 month, 2 months, and everything is coming as per the plan, and everybody they are trying to execute. But in Toastmasters, sometimes it happens, maybe something is lagging. Sort of protocol we need to follow. This is how it is going on, and very well preparation. I have to give our one more dedicated Toastmaster is already. He is a distinguished Toastmaster, but as well as giving dedicated service to Toastmaster DTM Raja for his making hybrid setup and make this meeting successful all over the world. And Sergeant Comes open the meeting very well. And I have seen after a long time, everybody for the time constraint not taking much time, but she has taken well said about the ground rule, which I was listening, and it was very nice. Thank you, Sergeant Comes, for your opening. Thank you for that. And agenda as per this moving, the president takeover, I think that is also the excellent way of doing the speeches. And TMOD, once he has taken over and he explained the meeting about as per the agenda, like educational session, evaluation, and table topic. These are the 3 sessions. I think all what I'm saying as per protocol I'm following as a general evaluator, maybe most of the member already know, maybe he's a new, so for him will get benefit and we have to use of it. Now speaker, they have already have shared your feedback. Now will come for some recommendation which we can follow. It is for the improvement in all Toastmasters meeting. We are coming here giving our service for improvement. Whatever the things what we have, we are trying to improve ourselves. In agenda, it's very well and very colorful and very nice. I really like it. And some of the word is not visible for me. Maybe my glass or due to some other, they can give the feedback. And it's very, if you can take 2 page or 1 page, and most of the time I have seen Toastmaster of the day or most of the general evaluator, their observation, they're asking for only 1 page, not to make extend due to 4 club quadruple meeting. So it can be possible. I will not say anything on that, but at least if you can make 2 pages, it will be much better and visible for all of them. Now we'll move on. Meeting supposed to start exactly by the time starts by as per Bahrain time 6:30 and India time 9 p.m. But meeting started 15 minutes late. And I observe you have to make some kind of a motion to raise. We are extending 10 minutes for 15 or 10. That will be much better as a basic parliamentary procedure for any meeting. We are here to learn it because it's a parliamentary procedure. You have to extend the minute for 15 minutes. That will be much better. And TMOD accept the agenda. And normally, in our most of the time as a recommendation, it's not up to it's open, but most of the time TMOD will accept the agenda because TMOD is preparing the agenda. She or he has to be accept the agenda. And second, by the VP education, not by the other person, because VP education and TMOD are the well synchronized for any meetings. So seconded by the VP education instead of the other members. The second, the motion, I mean, the accept the agenda. Timer has to give detailed report and one more thing I have missing while deciding officer online, he did not use the gavel, so we have to use the gavel. Make sure we have to follow the parliamentary procedure. I'm not saying we have to follow at least in online. I have seen our club sometime now. We are not doing online, but we are using gavel. So try to use the gavel because it's our the meeting should be start now. They are making green signal, so I have to wind up very early. The theme is very interactive. This is it should be. I have seen in online, even physical meeting also they followed. That is well explained about the theme. Gratitude is the attitude. Timer Akash. Table topic master, when you are starting, you have to give the purpose. What is the purpose of the table topic? Because maybe you don't have a guest. If you have a guest of the new member, at least they have to understand what is table topic about. So that will be much better if you can explain on that. an online audience and in-person audience must be clapped, because here we are coming for motivating inspiration to each other. And now when I start my report, everybody faces are very dull. You give you first of all. Toastmaster meeting divided into normally 4 sessions. One session is missing here, the business session. Your corporate meeting, maybe you did not accommodate. So normal Toastmasters meeting divided into 4 sessions. One is business session, education, table topic.
Our business is very slow.
Yeah.
4 clubs.
Our business is very slow. That's why we did not.
No, there is a solution for that. What you do, one wiki education, maybe all 4 clubs, one person can give the report as a comparison. That will be, at least we can accommodate maybe 2 minutes or 1 minute. That's a recommendation. It's up to you to decide, because I know it's very. And one more thing, whenever there is a corporate meeting, the purpose, I think you have to explain. While you are doing a hybrid meeting, you have to give the purpose, why you made this. Maybe it is due to managing all the role players, and you need to explain that, so at least others can get benefit on that. But when you are posting on social media, you tag all the role players, because the main purpose, what I understand in our social media, is you are tagging and you want to grow your membership, not for only making a hybrid meeting and only for yourself. In every meeting, you must have 3, 4, 4, 5 guests, non-Toastmasters. Not Toastmaster already, I'm also a guest, but try to bring some non-Toastmasters, at least they can get benefit from that Toastmaster, so they can become a member for your club. And that's it from my side. I will not take much time. I think already showing red, so I was not stopping. I will stop myself. Thank you, our DTM, dedicated Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Pal, for your report. Now briefing. So very well meeting, well organized, excellent meeting. Keep it up for the work which you are doing it, and keep going on. I will also sometime will also keep BITP. I already informed our distinguished Toastmaster.com Raja is always helping, and he said he will check with the DTM Rinosh. And the recommendation I have already given, I will not repeat. The one recommendation you use adoption of agenda, and most important, one word of the day you keep print out over here, at least everybody can see. That's why most of the number is not used. I remember before pandemic, whenever the speaker is finishing, we keep word of the day flew. So at least people can remember all that. And with that, I will not take much time. I'll exceed the time. Maybe I'm disqualified. And over to you.
Yes, thank you so much. So Dineshji, will you please share your timer report on the chat for the general evaluators? Only that.
I want to announce the not
Announce the
chair.
rest of it, yes. Announce the others, yes. Okay. Do it.
Now only remaining the general evaluator, right?
Yeah, the others are done, right? Only general.
Yeah, others are done.
Done, exactly.
Let me say thank you first, the general evaluator, and you took the time 10 minutes 23 seconds. Not took much time.
Thank you, Dinesh. Okay, so moving on. Don't you all want to know what was the hand about? Right? So wrapping the story, when the children were all working on another project, now Catherine began to wonder, the teacher, who drew that picture of hand? Whose hand is it? All the children said several things, but still she wanted to know from the person who drew it. She looked at all the children one by one. Then she recollected the scene. She realized that while she was asking all the children, the entire class had crowded around the painting and they were all trying to guess. But one girl was sitting at her desk, Shweta. She had not joined them at all. So she remembered that she was sitting with her head down and looking at the desk. Now she quietly went to her, Catherine, and asked, Shweta, whose hand was it that you drew? Shweta mumbled, it's your hand, teacher. Then the teacher, Catherine, recalled that there were several times that she had taken Shweta by the hand from time to time while they would take the stairs, while they would get up after kneeling for prayers, after a community midday meal, wherever she saw. But she had done it with so many children. But she did not know that it meant so much to Shweta. Friends, it is not the material gifts that we get from people, but the small ways that others touch our lives that fills our heart with gratitude. It could be a smile, a pat, a note of appreciation of hard work, a tissue when you shed tears, a glass of water when you choke, an acknowledgement of your talent, an encouraging word when you fail. So that is gratitude. Over to you, presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. In life, all good things have to end sometime. So this amazing experience, full of gratitude, positivity, also has to come to an end. This unique hybrid meeting, which was an amazing experience, also has to come to an end.
Just a minute. We have to launch the polls. So sorry about that. I missed it. We have to launch the poll for the auxiliary role player. I've just put it on. Please, there also you share it. Offline also.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Can I continue?
No, wait, because we have to complete 2 more polls, right? We'll just complete that. 1 minute. Yes.
Okay.
Right. So we have Valerian,
okay.
We've got 2 timers. Offline, we have Toastmaster Vishal.
Yes, the first is grammarian Safa. Then the second one I put is there is our counter, and then offline timer Vishal and online timer Dinesh. Out of the 4, please give 1 vote for 1 person. Right? Okay. So this poll has ended here. Everybody has participated. I'm closing the poll. And now I'm launching the next poll. So best speech evaluator, Regina Ismail, Shirin and Matthew, and Girish Mittal. Please choose one. Yeah, okay. I got all the votes. I'm closing that. And I'm launching the next poll. That is poll for the best primary role player. We have got general evaluator Mohammad Vikaruddin, table topics master Akash Kokar, Toastmaster of the day Renash Thomas, and Toastmaster of the day Girija Deshpande. I'm launching it right now. Yes, everybody has voted. I'm ending the poll. Okay. So you can continue. Just wait a minute so that we can consolidate the results and we will be able to share the certificates. Just wait a minute.
Yeah. Yes. The offline votes also have to be consolidated.
Yes, so they will do that and then I send it to them and that is how we do it. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay. So all the previous polls have been.
Yes, we have been sharing. Yes, we have consolidated.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
presiding officer, if I may ask, over here, they have already collected the ballots and they will count. Meanwhile, you can request any of the guests to give their feedback, impression on the meeting.
Sure,
and
sure.
time we do the corrections, collect voting, and we'll give it to Toastmaster Girijan. Over to you.
Okay. So I would welcome any feedback, any impressions, any appreciations of this meeting today. Any volunteers, online, offline? Any areas of improvement?
I've shared the online results with you. You can check and then let me know the totals. Yes. Anybody would like to give feedback, even those who are there on guests or others? Anybody?
Since no one is coming, let me give some feedback.
Yes, very good. Thank you.
First of all, I will show my gratitude to all of you because arranging and this meeting for the 4 club joint meeting is not really an easy task at this time, where we are all struggling to conduct smoothly the meeting. So thank you for all that organizing committee for this 4 clubs joint meeting. As already G commented about the late timing 15 minutes, it's usually happen when you arrange the hybrid meeting. That is not an easy task, but we have to be careful. But we cover up the timing when the general evaluator was giving his report. We were only the late the 7 minutes. So only the suggestion, it is now giving advice is very easy, but implementing on own is very difficult. It will apply to me also. Whenever we feel that meeting is our starting delay, even though you start the meeting time, there is chances to delay, because sometimes if you offer the guest or something related to theme ask, they will take the granted. So that time you can compact the theme explanation by the both TMOD and little bit speakers also whom you are taking the theme comment, they have to compact it. That is only we can save the timing. And if it is going more than the 15 minutes again more, which we started the 15 minutes late, and you are going more than 15 minutes late, then only you can recommend the raise the motion for extending your meeting timing, that you can estimate when you start the G session. That time you will be knowing that we are going to late. In that case, if it is 5-7 minutes, I think it is not need for 5 minutes only the extension. And all that all role players did very well. We say thank you and over to presiding officer, Toastmaster Girish Mittal.
Are we done with counting?
Yeah. We're doing, just a minute. Yes.
They're doing, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost done. Okay, I'm just, we have the results there also they can announce, and I can also show here simultaneously.
Okay, okay. So
Renuj will announce there and I will also show here. and there will be a group photograph that they will take on the screen.
Okay. So shall I continue now?
Yes, you can continue. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. As I was saying, this was an amazing experience, flowing with positivity and gratitude. This new experience, hybrid, there were some technical glitches at the beginning of the meeting, but anything new which is being tried would have some challenges, but all that ends well is well. So we have had an amazing meeting. Thank you to all the clubs for joining together to create this unique, wonderful learning experience, and to this wonderful organization Toastmasters for creating this community of communicators across the world. We have people from multiple continents joining this meeting. So if we are ready with the results,
Yes.
can I request DTM Renault to announce the
So we will be having the TMOD Toastmaster Girija. She'll be displaying the certificates online. And at the same time, can I ask the presidents who is available here? We have Toastmaster Parashar and Distinguished Toastmaster Raja to please come forward along with the general evaluator. And we will have certificates for those who are here online or offline. We have the certificates printed and we'll be giving those person over here the certificates. So she will be displaying it online and we will give it over here. So please, presidents and general evaluator.
So here, yes, general evaluator, thank you so much for presented with gratitude at the hybrid joint meeting. The names of all the clubs are here, and presiding officer's signature is here. Thank you so much, Mohammed Vikaruddin, for accepting our invitation and doing the honor. Thank you.
For you. That's it. A big round of applause, please.
The next one is the certificate of appreciation given to Dinesh Kumar ji for accepting the role of timer and presented with gratitude. Thank you so much. The next one is for the icebreaker, Jitin Deepu, with all encouragement, happiness that you have started your journey with Toastmasters. We wish you all the very best. So Jitin Deepu, here is the appreciation certificate for you. Yes. Thank you.
No.
If you can highlight everyone, that will be better. Highlight the presiding officer also, please. Yes. The next one is the best speech evaluator is Sharon and Matthew. Congratulations. Let's all put our hands together. Congratulations to Sharon. Wonderful, lovely. All these online certificates also will be sent to you. Grammarian, the auxiliary role player, Grammarian Fatima won the award. Congratulations to you. All the very best. The next is Toastmaster of the Day. In fact, both of us got equal votes. So here is
This is setting. This is setting. Because they both want to take certificate.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely. So here is my certificate. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I will send the certificates to the group and then please share it with the respective role players. Thank you very much for this experience. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Girija, we have the best table topic speaker and the best speaker.
Okay, I thought I've displayed that. Okay, yes. The best table topic speaker, 1 minute. Let me just show it. I thought I have already shared it. No, okay, 1 minute. Let me share again.
Who will take the picture?
I don't know why it. 1 minute. Here it is. Yes, best table topic speaker. It was not coming on, so I thought that.
George.
Yes. Matthew George. Congratulations. And then the best speaker, Nasha. Nasha. Lovely. It was wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So
Yes, we can show.
This is for us.
Wonderful. Extremely good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, GE. Thank you, presidents. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. The meeting stands adjourned.
One thing, one thing I would like to say, the online meeting, Toastmaster Hija, it was not possible without our DTM Renos and AM Raja. They are our hero of the meeting all the time. They only are making the meeting. We are just coming and going.
Hybrid requires a lot of setup and arrangements, and in spite of all the hurry, and they just reached after 2 times, stuck up in traffic, and they were so stressed with all the travel and everything. And Renosh has been a guiding light. Thank you so much. Look forward to your support and guidance always.
Thank you. I believe the presiding officer has already adjourned the meeting.
Yes.
So, yes.
Can you all switch on your cameras? We're going to take a group photo. Again, this is something unique. All 4 clubs have come together. It's a moment to recognize.
Girja, can you please stop the recording?
Yes, I'll do that.
So,
Complete.
please.
Or maybe